Today I want to talk about Sholazar Basin. But before we dive into the talk, at the end I go into a rant about some confusion I have when I was actually looking into this. So if you want to hear that, stick around till the end. There will be timestamps if you want to check it out as well. And one more thing. If you aren't subscribed and you enjoy this sort of content, maybe consider subscribing and liking. It would help me out. Either way, let's get into it. Nestled within Northrend's icy grasp, Sholazar Basin emerges as a vibrant haven. A tropical jungle sanctuary shaped by Freya and protected by colossal pylons standing sentinel against the encroaching scourge, crafted by the mighty titans themselves. Venturing into Sholazar Basin, intrepid adventurers become embroiled in a factional skirmish, witnessing the rivalry between the Wolvar Frenzyheart Tribe and the Icy Gorloks, distant kin to the notorious Murlocs. United under the banner of the Oracles, these differing Gorlok tribes add complexity to the jungle's intrigue. Adventurers find themselves at a crossroads, compelled to align with either faction, but while you have to pick one to side with, you are allowed to easily change to whichever faction you wish to be aligned with. Now let's talk about the history. While the Titans shaped Azeroth, Freya took special interest in designing Sholazar Basin. This verdant land, akin to Ungoro Crater and the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, which Freya also designed, stood as an experimental land, an area where the potent energies of the Will of Eternity harmonized. These sanctuaries birthed the awe-inspiring wild gods, entities whose majestic forms and untamed spirits were sculpted in the crucible of these converging points of cosmic power. Freya's design manifested not just a landscape, but an intricate dance of life. Now I want to explore a few areas. Let's start with the Lost Lands. The pillars which hold back the Scourge from entering the basin, the Sun-Touched, Mosslight, Skyreach, and Glimmering Pillar, all stand strong and ready to hold back the Scourge. But one does not. It fell during the Lich King's reign, the Lifeblood Pillar. With the fall of this pillar, the Scourge broke through, causing this blighted canvas to stain among the lush greenery that is Sholazar Basin. While the remaining pillars hold back the Scourge from advancing, they have taken over what is now called the Lost Lands. In the throes of the war against the Lich King, the nefarious Cult of the Damned orchestrated the demise of the once majestic Lifeblood Pillar. Its sabotage gave birth to the Avalanche, a cascade of Ice-Crown's frigid snows, breaching the basin's defenses and granting the Scourge an ominous foothold. Amidst this grim picture, the remnants of Mosswalker Village linger as spectral echoes, its Gorlok denizens long gone, either fleeing the encroaching darkness or succumbing to its malevolent grasp. A fractured relic of the Lifeblood Pillar lies asunder, its once potent machinery now a testament to the ruthless incision made by the Scourge in their quest for the Red Crystal Heart. In this dismal theater of decay, the valiant avatar of Freya stands determined, a guardian against the encroaching blight. Her plea for aid echoes through the desolation, as adventurers join the dance against the relentless tide of the Scourge, striving to mend the wounded heart of the land. After the war against the Jailer, hope flickers dimly in the Lost Lands. The Bronzebeard brothers encounter the avatar of Freya, who whisper tales of slow recovery. The undead sentinels, once driven by the Lich King's dark command, now wander aimlessly, their purpose fractured in the aftermath of a conflict that reshaped the very fabric of existence. Now I want to discuss the two factions, the Wolvar and the Oracles. First we begin with the Frenzyheart Tribe, the Wolvar. In the heart of Sholazar Basin, a primal saga unfolds with the Frenzyheart Tribe, a tenacious band of Wolvars. Thrust into this jungle sanctuary by the relentless march of the Scourge during the prelude to the Lich King's War. Nomads displaced from their ancestral lands, these Wolvars found an unlikely refuge in Sholazar Basin, determined to carve out a new home amidst the lush chaos. According to Muradin Bronzebeard, the Wolvars are unsure where their original lands were, but all that is truly known is that this is their home now, and they will fight to protect it. Despite their outward calmness, the Frenzyheart's primal instincts clash fiercely with the Gorlok tribes, collectively known as the Oracles. This clash of civilizations adds a vibrant layer to the jungle's complex ecosystems, where alliances are as elusive as the shifting winds. To tread the path of the Frenzyheart, adventurers embark on an odyssey, a quest chain commencing with playing along and culminating in the weighty A Hero's Burden. The choice between slaying Gorloks or Wolvars becomes a pivotal moment, a fork in the road determining one's allegiance. Yet in this dynamic realm, choices aren't set in stone. This encounter can be revisited, a daily dance of shifting loyalties. Following the Jailer's War, the inquisitive Bronzebeard brothers ventured to Frenzyheart Hill. Astonishingly, the Wolvars greeted Bran as a prodigal ally, an unexpected reunion marked by camaraderie and jests. Around the crackling fire, they shared tales over a feast of roast crocolisk. illuminating a chapter where the complexities of friendship transcended even the boundaries of their own sworn rivalry with the Oracles. Now let's talk about the Oracles. In the heart of Sholazar Basin, the enigmatic Oracles emerge as more than just a faction. They see themselves as the guardians of Titan mysteries, navigating the intricate dance between guardianship and the nebulous understanding of the artifacts that grace their jungle sanctuary. Entwined in a territorial ballet with the Wolvar Frenzyheart Tribe, the Oracles navigate the complexity of a war fueled not only by rivalry, but by the echoes of a shared social tapestry. While sworn foes of the Wolvar, the Oracles mirror their adversaries in social structure, where warriors toil in the trenches, while the true cultural compass is held by formidable shamanic leaders, often bearing the revered title denoted by the word Soo, spelled S-O-O. In the shadow of the Lich King's War, adventurers embark on a narrative journey, ushered into the Oracle's realm through the entrancing quest initiated by the part-time hunter. A delicate dance unfolds as allegiances shift from the Frenzyheart to the Oracles, a pivotal choice crystallizing in the quest a hero's burden. At the end of the events of Shadowlands, the Bronzebeard brothers graced the Rainspeaker Canopy, greeted with the warmth akin to the Frenzyheart's reception in their village. The diplomatic finesse of Bran Bronzebeard transcended rivalries, as the Oracles, intrigued by the Titan's kin, hailed Magni Bronzebeard as Thragar, a cryptic term resonating with the Titan origins. In the solemn acknowledgement of Azeroth's voice, the Oracle's obsession with safeguarding Titan technology found a harmonious echo, weaving a tale where diplomacy and ancient mysteries converged in the verdant embrace of Sholazar's enigmatic basin. Now I figured I should at least mention where each of the factions live in the basin, and each will be rather short, but good to know I think. Let us start with the Wolvar, where they live at Frenzyheart Hill. Perched atop Frenzyheart Hill, the quaint village of the Wolvar Frenzyheart Tribe stands proudly. These Wolvar, once displaced by the Scourge, crafted their distinctive low, round dwellings as a resilient testament to their survival. Now we must talk about the Oracles. They reside in Rainspeaker Canopy. Nestled northeast of River's Heart, Rainspeaker Canopy emerges as a haven for the mystical Oracles. Their quaint abodes perch atop stilts, inviting gentle zephyrs through open sides, adorned with leafy thatches warding off the whims of rain. The air resonates with the melodic charm of wind chimes crafted by the Oracles, adorned with crystalline fragments echoing the secrets whispered by the pillars of the village. Now we move over to River's Heart. Within the heart of Sholazar Basin, River's Heart unveils a captivating picture of natural wonders. This small lake, cradled beneath the sea level and encircled by imposing cliffs, serves as the convergence point for all four rivers in the region. The dramatic meeting of these waterways culminates in cascading waterfalls that breathe life into the basin. On the northeastern shore, Lakeside Landing graces the lake's edge, a charming retreat surrounded by trees that hint at the lake's deeper past. Yet beneath the tranquil surface lurks a secret, a horde of stranded threshers, swept in by the rivers that merge into this aquatic sanctuary. Lakeside Landing isn't merely a scenic spot, it's a hub of activity here. Here, Pilot Vic, a cold-weather flying trainer, shares the skies with Marvin Wobblesprocket, the ever-reliable flight master. And also, there is Tamara Wobblesprocket, a quest giver and Marvin's presumed wife. As the waters ebb and flow, the destination of their journey remains one that no one knows the answer to. Murden Bronzebeard muses on the lake's destiny, labeling it a puzzle and a mystery. Bran, ever the explorer, dismisses the conventional, proposing a magic-laden narrative. Meanwhile, Magni suggests the hand of the Titans, insinuating a purposeful design to this watery tapestry, an unsolved riddle awaiting discovery. We head now to Maker's Perch. Nestled in the northwest reaches of Sholazar Basin, the Maker's Perch stands as a testament to the Titans' architectural skills. This celestial facility, strategically positioned as a vantage point, served as the Overseer's watchtower for their magnificent creations. Within its halls, a silent symphony of Titan constructs remains, dutiful guardians of an empty expanse. In contrast to its grander counterpart, the Maker's Overlook, this perch carries a subtle charm. Its entrance, discreetly carved into the mountain wall, conceals the marvels within. Resting gracefully on the basin floor, the relatively concise hall unfolds to unveil a spectacle through towering arched windows that frame a mesmerizing view of the sea. Bran Bronzebeard tells a story of a gnome venturing into the sea with a submarine, yet she couldn't find the windows. Amidst the stoic constructs and the echoes of the Titan's legacy, this lesser-known abode whispers its own story, a subtle chapter in the cosmic chronicle. Now we head over to look at the Maker's Overlook. Perched majestically in the eastern expanse of Sholazar Basin, the Maker's Overlook defies gravity, a Titan's marvel soaring high above the rugged mountains. The celestial structure, seemingly born from the very heights it occupies, boasts a grand entrance beckoning adventurers into its mysterious depths. Beyond its entrance lies a labyrinth of halls, intricately carved into the mountain's core, revealing glimpses of colossal, rune-inscribed gears, mechanical behemoths turning with deliberate grace in a mysterious machine. The purpose of this mechanical marvel remains veiled in uncertainty, a Titan secret etched into the heart of Sholazar's northeast mountainside. Accessible only by flight, the Overlook unfolds as a celestial perch, offering an unparalleled vantage point to survey the basin below. It is here that the Titans orchestrated their creations, an elevated realm where cosmic design met earthly manifestation. Venturing inside amidst the rhythmic hum of clockwork gears, echoes of other Titan constructs resonate. The ambience mirrors the mystique of Loken's Bargain, Oldest, and the majesty of the Engine of the Makers. A clandestine teleporter, which I couldn't actually find to take me there, concealed within the Overlook opens a portal to the Hall of Communion, a sprawling, ornate expanse that reverberates with emptiness, echoing the whispers of a bygone era. As the third invasion of the Burning Legion unfolds, the Maker's Overlook becomes a sentinel realm, guarded by the vigilant gaze of monitor constructs and Titan sentries. In this tumultuous era, Magni Bronzebeard, the eloquent speaker of Azeroth's world soul, unravels a concealed truth. The Overlook, beyond its lofty perch, serves as the portal to the elusive Hall of Communion, a symbiotic dance between cosmic protectors and hidden gateways. The Overlook emerges not only as a bastion against Legion's onslaught, but as a mystical threshold to a chamber echoing with the whispers of Azeroth's essence. In the aftermath of the Jailer's War, the Bronzebeard brothers embarked on a post-battle pilgrimage to the Celestial Facility. Leading the way was Magni Bronzebeard, a seasoned traveler to these cosmic realms and the chosen conduit to Azeroth's heartbeat as the Herald. With a profound link to the Titans, Magni assumed the role of a cosmic guide, navigating the hollowed halls and unveiling the veiled secrets that lay within the Overlook. As the brothers tread the path between war-torn realities, Magni, the custodian of ancient connections, unlocked the gates to revelations within the Overlook's puzzling depths. So when I was looking into this, I was really confused. So here's the thing. The way I remember it was that from Chronicles, it essentially said that the Titans couldn't come down to Azeroth because they were too large and they would actually damage Azeroth. So that's why they made the Keepers. They empowered the Keepers with their power, or a portion of their power, and sent the Keepers down to actually deal with the old gods and their minions. The only old god that the Titans ever really dealt with personally was Yasharj, if that's how you say his name. Basically, Aman'Thul reached down and just yoinked him off of Azeroth. However, he essentially tore Yasharj in half, and his heart fell onto what is now the Veil of Eternal Blossom, which is what, Warlords of Draenor, or not Warlords of Draenor. My brain is shot right now, but Pandaria, that's it. The Pandaria expansion. That was the whole thing. That was Yasharj's heart, if I remember correctly. Now, in the wiki, it kept saying the Titans fought the old gods and the Titans sculpted Azeroth. To my knowledge, the Titans didn't do a whole lot with Azeroth other than find Azeroth and then essentially say, hey, we got to protect Azeroth. Let's make the Keepers to go down there and actually fight and protect Azeroth. And then they gave the Keepers the Pillars of Creation to actually shape Azeroth as they see to benefit Azeroth for the better. I could be wrong here. I'm possibly wrong. I don't terribly know. So if you do know, if I'm wrong here, feel free to correct me and just let me know. Because like I say, the way I remember it is that the Titans didn't do a whole lot in comparison to the Keepers when fighting the old gods and actually sculpting Azeroth. Because in my head, either A, I don't remember I don't really remember the Keepers needing to sculpt Azeroth a whole lot, minus a couple of zones like we talked about today with Veil of Eternal Blossom, Ungoro, and Sholazar Basin, which Freya took upon herself to design and make her own, protected area for the creatures. But otherwise, minus certain creatures making mountains and stuff like that, I don't remember the Keepers or Titans doing a whole lot of molding of Azeroth. So I'll need to reread Chronicles or watch other videos on it, but that was my major confusion with this, and that's why I kind of went with what the wiki said, but I want to talk about it at the end. So, if you remember it differently, if that's just how you remember it, where the Titans did a lot more than I'm remembering, please let me know. Maybe the wiki's right and I'm just remembering wrong, or I don't know. Either way. Along with that, one more thing that I was a little confused about. So, one of the things that the wiki says is that the wild gods emerged from these 3 locations, Ungoro, Sholazar, and Veil of Eternal Blossoms. There really isn't a set reason for why the Well of Eternity's power came together here. My first guess was that they were actually really close to each other, like right around the Well of Eternity before the Sundering. However, I was very wrong, because then I looked at the map and then I realized, oh yeah, that's not right at all. Because of course Northrend is way up north, shocker, and then you've got Veil of Eternal Blossom and Ungoro way away. So the only thing I can think of is that there's basically super powerful ley lines underneath that feed into the area, or possibly Freya just put more power into the area, that way that they could be more protected from outside threats. Either way, I'm not terribly sure. And along with that, I'm not sure if the pylons were actually crafted by the Keepers or the Titans, which again just goes back to my question of how much the Titans actually did for Azeroth, other than making the Keepers, sending them down there, and letting the Keepers make their minions to actually go on and help. So yeah, that was my conniption fit that I was having for at least a day trying to figure this out. Either way, with all that said, hope you did enjoy. Do take care of yourself. Tomorrow's a new day. Even if you messed up one day, it's not the end of the world. Just keep pushing through. You're doing great. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next one.